Hey crafty friends, let's create with some of my scraps. I've pulled out some different sizes and patterns of scraps from my little scrap bag for my spring and Easter crafting. This collection is called Happy Spring. It was a hot buy paper pad from Michaels that I purchased in 2020. I want to use up some of the scraps that I have. I've also pulled out my paper punches. So I have my 2" and 1.5" scallop and my 1" circle. I've also gone through and did a little bit of pre-crafting and punched out a bunch of the papers that had the bunnies and flowers and created these little epoxy circles here so we can use some of those. And I also have my 1 3/4" butterfly punch. So a couple other scraps that I have is a small piece of vellum, and this it's like rose gold foiled paper. And I have my tiny attacher from Tim Holtz. And I'm still working on using up these sentiment stickers here. And then my glue gun and some foam tape. So gather up your supplies, guys, and let's do some crafting. So first, I wanted to show you some examples. This is a different paper collection, but I just used my 2" and 1.5" and 1" punches and just created this fun embellishment, super easy. Also used some of the buttons in my stash. And then this one here, I used my scallop punch, and then this circle I had just cut with my Cricut, and then these butterflies came from a butterfly on the Cricut too. So I thought we might create a couple of those today. So let's go ahead and punch out a few papers. So what are you all crafting for spring and Easter? I have been all about using up my scraps lately, and instead of just letting them sit in the little container until next year, I've been trying to use them up. So we're gonna punch out a couple different patterns and that we can use for our embellishments. I think this paper collection is so pretty. Let's see if we can get a butterfly out of this pretty pink paper. Yes, perfect size for a butterfly. And that's pretty much used up. So one scrap down. Let's do a butterfly. Let's do this pretty paper here. Alright, so we have 3 butterflies to choose from, and we've used up another scrap. Alright, we have 2 of these. Let's go ahead and punch out a smaller one. Maybe this striped here. Alright, let's get to work. I'm going to also punch out a butterfly in this gold and this scrap piece of vellum. So you could either use your sewing machine and stitch up the middle of these butterflies, or I like to use my tiny attacher and just staple them. So I'm going to put my gold on the bottom, then the vellum, and this pretty pink one here. Just lining them up and stacking them together. And let me grab my tiny attacher, and then I just put the staple in the middle here. So we have one. And I think I'm going to use the other pretty pink gingham. There's something so pretty about pink butterflies. Alright, so we have 2 butterflies ready. And let's go ahead and put some foam tape on the back of our scallop circles here. I think this one with this one and that one. And then let's do one of these, and we'll do one with the butterfly together. So let's see here. I think I really like this gingham butterfly, so we'll do that. And then for this one, instead of the button and the gold punch circle, I'm going to grab one of these cute bunnies to put here. So I'm also going to add a little bit of my foam tape to my little epoxy circle there. And then lastly, this has a little bit of gold thread underneath of it. So I'm going to grab out some gold thread. So I like to take my gold thread and just wrap it around my fingers a couple of times and kind of make like a figure 8 with it. Or sometimes I even just toss it down just however. And then I just use the foam tape and lay it down and then move it around. It's fun to add the thread because it adds extra texture to your projects. So let's go ahead and add this down. And then for the butterfly, I'm going to add down the last layer, which is the gold layer. How simple is that? How simple and easy, and you use up your scraps. You could add this on a card or use it to decorate a bag topper. This one was a little bit bigger circle, so I was able to add a sentiment, but I actually like it here without the sentiment. So we have that one created. And this next one is just as simple as stacking your pieces together to create the embellishment. And I think the little epoxy dot here is going to be so cute with the little bunny. How stinking cute is that? I love the difference between the two of these as well. I think these turned out super cute, super easy. So these were my original ideas here. And here we have using our little leftovers. So thanks a lot, guys, for stopping by and checking out this craft with me. I hope you crafted along with me, and I hope you'll use up some of those scraps and things that you already have in your stash. So happy crafting, everybody. Until next time. Bye.